Hey everyone, Fear Crawler here. Welcome to the video. I was just messing around with this weather band radio trying to listen to some music, and I think I almost got something. Whoa! Okay, was not expecting that. On with the video. Looks like you found my tape. That's good. You're smart. I don't know who you are, but I'm pretty sure I can trust you. I'm sorry for making you run in circles like this, but I had to be certain you weren't one of them. They've been following me everywhere in those white vans with the weird logos. I think they're trying to kill me. I'll leave you another tape at the GPS coordinates on the back of this recorder. I'll explain more. Okay, that was close. I was nearly spotted a moment ago. One of those vans parked right outside the coffee shop I was in. I ran out the back just as those men were entering. I'm recording this in the old furniture factory. It's been a makeshift home for me these past few weeks. Guess you could call it my hideout. Listen, I'll cut right to the chase. You want to know about the signal, right? 2 words. Mind control. It's really that simple. I'm sorry to cut this short. I left a flash drive with coordinates for where I'll leave the next tape inside that coffee shop, underneath the men's room sink. There are 16 files. The first 15 are viruses, just in case someone else finds it first, so don't open them. The GPS coordinates are in the 16th file. Go. Find my next tape. Godspeed. I first picked up the signal when I was watching a television program in my room. There was a faint flicker on the screen, followed by a distinct hum that only lasted for a few moments. I thought maybe it was just bad reception, so I looked outside the window to see if anything was blocking the dish. But the dish wasn't there. Instead, there was a small metallic sphere in its place. I could see it oscillating. Every few seconds, there would be a high-pitched squeak coming from it, like nails on a chalkboard. I was just about to shut the window when I saw a man a few floors up jump to his death. Naturally, they ruled it a suicide, but I was skeptical. I left that night and made my way around the city. I started making a map of all the areas with a recent spike in suicides, violence, and crime, and every single location had one thing in common. There was always one of those metallic oscillating spheres nearby. I had never noticed them before. They were always on locations up high, and usually where you'd place a receiver or satellite dish. Except these weren't there for receiving signals. They appeared to be transmitting. I'll leave you another tape in a few days. I'll leave a cipher in the want ads of the local newspaper. Follow the clues. It'll lead you to my next tape. It was awful. I just saw 2 homeless men fighting outside. One ripped the other's face clean off like it was a band-aid. I looked up and saw one of those spheres again. I threw a rock at it and managed to break it. As soon as I did, the one homeless man got off of the other and walked away like nothing had happened. Like I said, this is about mind control, an experiment in violence. It seems like not everyone is affected the same way by the signal. Some commit murder, some commit robbery, some kill themselves. If you've made it this far, it means that you and I have been unaffected by the frequency. Don't ask me why. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's selective. I've been seeing those white vans again. They're closing in on me. You need to be careful. I'll leave my next tape at my hideout. Make sure you're not followed. managed to triangulate the locations of all those spheres. When I mapped them out, they formed a sigil. I had to dig through at least 50 books to figure out what it meant. It's a symbol for chaos, disorder, terror. It all points to an abandoned radio tower. If I'm correct, that's where the signal is really coming from. Those spheres are just acting like receivers and not transmitters like I had originally thought. You need to get out of here. I think my hideout was compromised. Head to the tower and don't get spotted by the men in those vans. I'll leave another tape there somewhere. Please, find it. If you're listening to this, it means you made it. Here's my progress so far. I managed to break another 30 of those spheres before I came up here to the tower. It's strange. I checked the pieces of a few of them, and there was nothing inside. No electronics, no moving parts. Just a shell. There also doesn't seem to be any power running to this tower. Even the backup generators are down. Doesn't make any sense. Everything pointed to this location. I don't get it. Where is this signal really coming from? Could it be? Is it possible it's coming from... Oh no. They're here. I'm just gonna hide the recorder. What are you doing here? Please, you need to come back with us. I'm not going anywhere. You're off your meds again. You need to come back to your room at the hospital. I'm not crazy. You're having an episode. Let us help you. Don't come any closer. Let go of me. Sedate him. Take him back to the hospital. I'll write back with the officer. Thank you for your assistance, officer. I'm glad no one was hurt.
Doctor, what was he doing up here?
He's prone to psychotic episodes. Nothing more. He managed to sneak out of the hospital a few weeks ago. Without his pills, he has a hard time distinguishing reality from fantasy.
That's it, huh? What a whack job. Crazy talk about aliens and mind control. Crazy guy, right?
Officer, he never mentioned anything like that.
You're right. You know I always do that.
What are you doing?
Shh. We can't risk being discovered. Not after all the progress we've made.
Whoa. Talk about bad reception. I gotta start hiring writers. Personally, I don't believe in aliens. I mean, come on, it's just ridiculous. It's crazy, right? Well, I'm just gonna go hide on the floor here, so yeah. Don't tell anyone I'm down here, okay?